Go. Okay, substitute. So you get cold. I don't want to get cold. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Manning Field for our Northeastern Conference Girls Soccer. We are finally underway. Somebody said, oh, look, the officials are here very early. We can get started right on time. Instead, there's about a 25 minute delay because the officials had a problem with the field. There was a strip at the 50-yard line that's been there since the place was built. And the officials lifted it and touched it, and they swept it, and they tried to tape it down. The female official on the far side had an accident here before, tore her ACLU, and sued the city. And she was barred from Manning Field. And for some reason, she's been back. And they just waited and waited, and they talked to both coaches, and I'm not sure what they were doing. That little strip has been here since the place opened, and we played probably more than 1,000 softball games here, and nobody ever even looked at it. All of a sudden, it's become a spectacle, and they just waited and waited, and they're wondering whether they're thinking about maybe even postponing or canceling the game. And they finally decided, you know what, I think we're okay, let's go play. And the strange thing is, Coach Iarati called all his kids over to the 50-yard line, to the near side, to point it out, and the girls couldn't find it. They couldn't find the strip. Somebody had to point it out to them. That's how innocuous it is. Glasgow's got new jerseys on, you can tell. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and they're wearing jerseys. And Coach Iarati said to me, you'll be very happy, Mr. Hoffman, because you can read the numbers now because they got big numbers on the back. I can see why she got barred. What an absolute blowout. There's only been thousands of hockey games for this place open up. And that stretch has been there every time. It's just amazing how those two officials could spend this much time worrying about that patch. I know it's in play. The one that they're looking at is actually for one of our cameras when we do 4-camera shoots for football. That one's out of play, so they kind of didn't worry about that one as much. This one is actually in play. But if you're familiar with the place, there's soccer played here every single day. And no one's even looked at that area. So, and it winds up, all it accomplished was a 20-minute delay because the patch is still there and we're playing. And I know the officials probably could have said, cancel. They get paid because they showed up. The ADs would have to reschedule the game. And it's hard to reschedule a game here because there's games here every day. In fact, there's another game after this one supposed to start at 6 o'clock. They wonder why they can't get started at 6. Salem comes in at 7-4-2. They tied a very good Saugus team in their last encounter. Glasgow is 6-4-1. They need 5 more points in 7 games to make the tournament. And Salem was looking for a sweep. They beat Classical at Salem by a score of 3-1. So Classical trying to even up the score. Jordan tips it to the middle. McGaughy got a piece, tipped it up. It bounces to the goaltender, Ella Galante Barrett. She's got brothers that play for the boys' team. It skipped past Mary Collins. Jessica Page with a nice little shift. Back to Collins, looking for Jordan, tips it ahead. Looking to go get it. Page banged it ahead. Jordan. Collins. Back to Jordan, and they call him offside. So I wonder if these two officials have ever done a game, Saugus home game. The field is like bricks and rocks, and that place could really be a safety issue. Jordan battling. Salem takes it away. Jordan gets it back. Trying to knock it deep. It gets deflected. Iarati looking to go get it. And Salem gets there first and tips it away. And they knock it deep. Kebrew is back there to knock it away. They knock it deep. It's a break. McGaughy. She missed the net. Ella Galante Barrett came way out almost to the 10-yard line to cut down the angle. McGaughy tried to knock it by her. She got it by her, but she pulled it wide left. Big opportunity for Classical to get on the board first. Skips past Collins. And he made a call, some kind of contact against Salem. Classical was going to get a free kick. Chloe Kebrew is going to take it. Line drives it, blocked again. Jordan looking for it, overran it. Salem knocks it deep. Kathleen Mannion broke it up. Popped in the air down the near side. It's going to go out of play off Classical. See what happened when we called the Classical door open? Oh, I know that. You know, since this place was built, that patch has been too flat. I understand, and she was barred.
Why does she accept the answer?
I know.
She doesn't feel safe.
Exactly. And why is she getting the answer? If she was barred, she should be out.
All they do is get us inside.
We've played thousands of games here since the place has been invented, and that patch has been there, and we're gonna play thousands more. We played in rainstorms, hurricanes. She's an idiot. The Salem coach yelled up at me. I said to him, we played 2,000, I don't want to hear it. Then I realized, I wonder whose side he's on. Well, does she do games when soccer plays their home games? Yeah, they play on rocks and ruts and poles. He's an idiot. Discussion still going on up in the press box about whether we should play the game or not. And it came to light that the Salem coach, Andrew Douglas, is a friend of the female official. And I don't know what she's doing, what her role is, but she said to him, you shouldn't play the game. That's not the official's call. In fact, the officials don't get even involved until the game starts. It's up to the home people whether the game is played or not, or started. They can take charge after the game starts, but it's not up to them whether the game starts or not. And I guess Billy Devon, the AD of Classical, called the AD of Salem, and the AD of Salem said the same official has caused him trouble 2 or 3 times. So I don't know why she's not getting banned everywhere. I don't know how she got back in here. And if she got hurt here, tore her ACL and sued the city, and she doesn't think it's safe, why is she taking games here? Why would she come here and officiate if she thinks it's not safe? So there's a lot of question marks, and it's really silly then to turn around and just start the game. And where is she? She's on the far side of the field, 8 miles away from the patch that she was complaining about. Most of the officials come, they show up, they go to midfield, they sign whatever they have to sign, paperwork, tax forms, whatever. They get the captains together and they start the games. Very few of them go over and check all around the park for ruts and holes, because there's a lot of places in a lot of fields with Gloucester and Beverly and Danvers and Saugus and Swampscott and Peabody that you could probably find situations that you could talk about for 20 minutes. But most referees don't go looking for it. They just do their job. Show up, and you never know they're there unless there's a very controversial call, which doesn't happen very often. So I'm getting off my orator's box. I'm going to get back to talking about the soccer game here, because it's just that it just didn't ring well the way it was handled. It could have been handled a lot better, especially when they turn around and they're playing the game anyway. So 0-0 here at Manning Field. We mentioned a big game for Classical. They need 5 points to get in the state tournament. I think Salem needs 2. I thought before you used to be able to play 20 games. I guess now they've limited it to 18. You have to get a waiver to play more than 18. I guess sometimes, like in basketball, you might be able to play 20 because you play St. John's Prep or Catholic Memorial or Xaverian or Malden Catholic, because they're in the Catholic League and they don't have enough teams and they have to go looking for games and it's difficult for them to get games because they're Division One, and people don't want to play Division One teams, so they make it easy and say, okay, you can play the games, and they don't count on your schedule, and that's how you get to play. In the past, teams in basketball, like teams that played 22, and I didn't know they were going to limit it to 18. So that would mean that, assuming that's the case, Salem would need 2 points to qualify, because Classical needs 5. McGuahee trying to knock it deep. It got blocked by Salem and knocked away. Page is there to pick it off. Gertie knocked it upfield. It got blocked. Salem knocked it off Molly Man and wrapped around the head area. Picked off by Gertie. Irati had it blocked and taken away. Salem knocks it deep. Pedro steps in and knocks it away. Klasko walking in, takes the shot, went wide by the net. Klasko got a break because it got deflected by Salem. They were actually, could have been called offside, but it got blocked off Salem. That might have been Mackenzie Shea taking that shot from a tough angle and missed the far post, or the near post on your screen. The far post from where she was shooting it from. Mannion takes it away. Blocked by the defense. Pedro pops it up in the air. Deflected away. Salem banged it off Molly Mannion. Kathleen Mannion knocked it to the far side, and they're calling it out off Salem. Ella Galante Barrett in net for Salem, and a Flaherty for Classical. Irati has it blocked and taken away. Salem trying to knock it deep. Kebrew was there to knock it. I think she knocked it off Salem, but they're going to call it off Kebrew. Zero, 0. Salem Classical Girls Northeastern Conference Soccer. As we mentioned, a big one for both teams. Classical were talking to themselves at the end of last year. They just missed by a point or two from qualifying for the tournament. And they didn't want this to happen again this year. And they've been playing very well. As I mentioned, 6-4-1, but a couple of those 4 losses were really tough losses. They could have won or tied. Classical breaks it up. And Salem knocks it out. Mannion tries to head it. Classical knocks it back the other way. And they're going to call it out off Classical. She was out when she hit it. Salem will take the throw in at midfield. Skips past. Pedro tracks it down, gives it to Kebrew. Trying to give it back to Pedro. It got picked off. And then Kebrew knocks it out of play. A little lazy pass to Pedro, and Salem picked it off. Nice little shift. Blocked. And knocked away. And that was Pedro knocking it away. Blocked and knocked out by Classical. Salem will get a corner kick coming from the far side. line, drives it, pulls it wide left and behind the net and out of play. Flaherty will kick it away. Alexandra Show had to come in and get in the net for Classical, and she had 2 wins and a tie. She made some big-time saves. She filled in very nicely for Flaherty. Flaherty's only a freshman. Mannion trying to knock it deep, had it blocked, gets it back, knocks it deep. Salem takes it away. Mannion breaks it up. Gertia pops it up. It's loose and it gets knocked away. The goaltender come out to make the play. The goaltender is down. Classical getting a couple of shots. The goaltender is still down. They blow the whistle. She went out to get it. She got blocked, went down. They couldn't get a foot on it. It kept bouncing up almost waist high, shoulder high. And she went down hard and stayed down. Classical couldn't get the foot on the ball. When they did, they finally knocked it wide. And it's nice to see the goaltender sitting up and getting up. And she appears that she's okay. He seems to be walking okay. He's going to go over and talk to Andrew Douglas, her coach. And I don't know if they're going to put somebody else in net. And she's not turning around, so I don't get her number. And they're going to put a new goaltender in. I have no idea who it is. I've got a roster, but I couldn't pick up her number because she put the shirt on over her game shirt. So let's hope that Ella Galante Barrett, she seemed okay. They don't seem to be that concerned. She's on the sideline, and I think she's going to come right back in. They're going to have one of those face-offs where you just drop the ball and somebody kicks it one direction or the other, and they'll get everybody back on track. Nobody is going to get any kind of an advantage here. They just tip it ahead. Salem will get it, and they'll knock it out. I don't even know why they do that. And Ella Galante Barrett is coming right back in the game. So we thought she looked okay. She was walking out under her own steam, seemed to be all right. And she's going to kick it away. So we're very thankful that she's okay. Deflected to the near side. Kept in by Gertia. Banging it deep. McGaughey trying to get there. Getting there first was Isabella Gronkowski, one of the senior captains, who knocked it out. The shot right on net, just high enough for Galante Barrett to go up and grab it with 2 hands. About a half a foot higher, that would have been over her head. Salem knocks it very deep. 4, 5, or 6 bounces. Flaherty comes out of the net, up near the 5-yard line, grabs it, she'll kick it away. If you're looking on your screen, it looks like it's nice blue skies, bright sunny day. It is cold. It is bitterly cold. And the wind doesn't make it any easier. So the breeze is blowing Classical's way. And you're going to notice if anybody gets anything straight up in the air, it's going to look like a parachute stopping quickly and dropping to the turf. Mannion to get a piece of it. Mannion looking for it again. She doesn't take any prisoners. She's not, nothing delicate about Mannion. You're getting away, she's going to run over you. She's very aggressive. They knock it upfield to Jordan. Tipped away. Page couldn't knock it upfield. Got a knee on it, but knocked it sideways. Salem trying to come back. Knocked away upfield to Jordan by Kebrew. Jordan's pass blocked. Nice play by Kebrew, just took it away. They were lining up either a shot or a pass, and they took it away. Collins knocks it to the far side. Klasko got a piece of it, knocked it upfield. Iorati looking for it. And it got knocked out by Salem. Tip to the middle. Salem gets there first and knocks it away. They knock it back. Page looking for it. Winds up on the far side, out of play. Salem will make a substitution. Still 0-0. Salem and Klasko. Popped to the middle. Banyan got a head on it. Popped up again. Salem down that far side. Dumps it back. Collins hustles up. Shot. Deflected. Flaherty goes and gets it. Might have stuck inside that far post. Might have gone wide. Flaherty made sure. Dove out, grabbed it, and held on. Iorati trying to knock it deep. Molly Mannion knocks it deep. Salem knocks it back the other way. Oh, back and forth we go. Looks like a tennis match here. Pagahi, they're going to call her offside. Little late whistle. She had a break, took a couple of steps, and then they blew the whistle. Mannion knocks it back the other way. In the middle to Mannion. Try to go to the far side to McGaughey. It got blocked. Salem knocks it to the near side. Kept in by Collins. Page got a piece, popped it in the air. Salem knocks it back. And they knock it in. They're going to knock it too far. It's going to go out of play. Looking for a little lead pass. They were trying to send Rebecca Callahan in the near side. Jordan pushes it ahead. Salem comes up and breaks it up. Page broke that up. Tipping it ahead. McGaughey couldn't get to it. Salem with a break. Down the near side. Lost control of it. It gets tipped and then knocked away. Just they were lining up the shot. They got a foot in and knocked it away. And that was Biedo. Nice defensive play by Biedo. Salem had a couple of nice passes. They were lining up a shot. And Biedo just stuck a foot in and knocked it away. Salem will get a corner kick this time from the near side. Everybody picking a partner. They knock it well past, headed away, and headed away again. I think that's Collins. And Iorati comes out of the pack, pushing it up down that far side. Trying to throw it across in front. McGaughey was breaking down the middle, but the pass was more to the net. And Galante Barrett came out and picked it off. And she'll kick it away. High short kick. Glasgow knocks it down, trying to keep it in play. Couldn't. It goes out of play. They knock it deep. Flaherty will wait for it and pick it off. Also trying to push it down that far side. Iorati collects. Blocked. She gets it back. Blocked again. She gets it back again. And Salem finally knocks it out of play into the Glasgow bench area. Still no score in this one. The Lady Witches against the Lady Rams. Salem coming down the street, down Highland Avenue, to visit Manning Field. And a big one for both teams. We mentioned before, Salem needs a couple of points. Glasgow needs 5 to extend their season and start a second season in the playoffs. Looking for Collins that got picked off. Glasgow can't break it up. Still going strong. It finally deflects off. And Flaherty picks it up. Coming out of the net. And she'll kick it away. Jordan tracking it down on the near side. Getting it ahead. Stops. Throws it out in front. Blocked. Collins. And I think she thought Jordan was going to break down that near side. Jordan couldn't. And the pass went too far and out of play, and Salem will get the throw in. All the way through to Pedro. Gets around, drops it down to Gerdia. Nice little shift, try to throw it in front, blocked. Pedro with it. Dumps it in the middle. Salem takes it away. Glasgow got a piece and popped it up. Iorati almost had a breakaway. Salem will knock it out of play. If Iorati could have gone straight to the net, she had to make a little pivot to try and go back and get the ball. If she could have gone straight, she might have been able to walk in. The throw-in goes out of bounds. Mannion knocks it back. Jordan picked it off, has it blocked, and here's Mannion. Salem coming down the near side. Kaylee Amadeo tried to center it, get blocked, get sent back to the Salem end. Marie McCarthy with it. Mannion got a piece. Guthrie couldn't get it alive. Bounces off Page. Mannion, Molly Mannion, kind of misfired on it. That one got picked off by Pedro. Page knocks it deep. McGuire lost it. Gets it back, gets it to the middle. Iorati broken up. Comes to the near side. And McCarthy kicks it upfield. Page missed it. Tried to do a little hop, skip, and a jump and get a piece of it. And she misfired. Classical breaks it up. And right now we're between the 30s. Nobody really having a really good chance. McGuire had one on a breakaway. And Galante Barrett came way out of the net, forced her to take a shot a lot earlier than she wanted to. And she got it by the goaltender, but pulled it wide left. Guthrie upfield. Jordan tips it ahead. Iorati tips it a little further. Gertie looking for it, cleared away. Pedro knocks it back the other way. And they call Classical offside. Salem coming back, throw it in front. Shot goes wide right, nice pass, and good effort. I think that was Kaylee Amadeo with the shot. And it was Stephanie Cantone with the pass. And we've got 2.5 minutes left in the scoreless first half. And we got a timeout down the field. Back to the action. We had just back and forth. Classical's had the only real opportunity. Salem hasn't come close to getting anything at Flaherty. And Classical had that one opportunity with McGuire. They've had a couple of chances, but they were called offside. Now Salem picks it off, and they're forced to go deep to the near side, and they kick it out of play, trying to center it. We're in the final 2 minutes and counting of this scoreless first half. A very controversial day here at Manning Field. Gertie trying to knock it deep. Salem knocks it back the other way. And it goes out off Classical. Anna Catone, young freshman, with the throw in. Catone trying to get it to the net, off the side of the foot. She shanks it, slices it wide right and out of play. 7 freshmen on this Salem team. They outnumber the seniors 7-6. Flaherty boots it away. Kind of get the idea that one goal might be the difference here. It's a very cold day down there. Hebrew kicks it back. Gertie looking for it. Slips past Page. Cantone took it away. Out in front, they got a shot. They tipped it over the net and out of play. And I think that was Amadeo again. She's had a couple of chances. Just hasn't got them on net. Blocked and knocked away. Salem gets it back. It slips past everybody. Flaherty will play it at the side of the net. And she'll give it to the official because they blow the whistle, and that's the end of the first half. So Salem had a couple of chances that they knocked over the net and out of play. Classical had one good chance by McGaughy, and the goaltender Galante Barrett came out way out and forced her to really have a tough angle, and she knocked it wide left, and that was it. Otherwise, it was just back and forth in a bitterly cold day here at Manning Field. So at halftime, it's Classical nothing, Salem nothing. We're underway in the second half, and I'm still in shock because the lights are on. There are games here, like the other night, it was really a rainy, damp, overcast day. It was black here at Manning Field. And I said, somebody better turn the lights on quickly. They're not turned on by the guy who's here manning and watching over the field right now. They're turned on a timer. They go on at a certain time. And now, blue skies. It is cold. It's bitterly cold. But the sun is shining brightly. It's a very clear day. And here's a big save. Shot. Flaherty made the save. The rebound was there. And Salem was there to take advantage. And it was Pedro that made a terrific play. And she became the goaltender and knocked it away. Outstanding play by Olivia Pedro. Gertie knocks it ahead. Iarati trying to get it up. Knocks it off Salem. But now the lights are on. And I just don't understand. Of course, it's not for me to understand. It's just for me to be here and do my thing and let them do their thing. Almost, she walked right by it. She almost stepped on it. Yep. Classical can't get the shot off. Tipped around. Classical trying to get the shot off. McGaughy battling. Salem finally knocks it out. Iarati and McGaughy were double teaming, trying to get the ball. It was bouncing around. They couldn't get a piece of it. And when they finally got a shot, I think it was McCarthy, the defender, who got a piece of it and knocked it out. And I guess they're calling it off Classical. I thought it went off Salem. That was a big-time play by Olivia Pedro. The shot came from a tough angle. Flaherty got a piece of it, knocked it down. She couldn't grab the rebound. There was a Salem player right there going to knock it home. And Pedro knocked it loose and knocked it away. And we got a Salem player that got hit on the sideline, and she's going to the bench. I don't see it hitting the head. Looked like she was holding her head. She's walking around. Seems to be okay, but you don't know about Now everything is concussions. Blocked. Salem with the throw-in. Hospital had a lot of pressure on the last couple of minutes. Couldn't get a good shot on. Salem trying to center it. Knocked away nicely, the defense by Biedo. And then Salem knocks it out. Classical will kick it away. Both teams have come close. Maguire had a breakaway for Classical, and the goaltender forced her to take a shot a lot earlier than she wanted to, and it wound up going wide left and out of the net. And Kaylee Amadeo had a couple of opportunities for Salem, but knocked them both over the net or wide of the net. And that one play they had where they got a good shot on net, Flaherty knocked it down and couldn't get to the loose ball, and it was laying right in the middle of the net. And Pedro knocked it away with a very nice defensive play. Popped straight up in the air, bouncing around. Nobody's got a piece of it yet. Classical finally knocks it upfield. Hirati tried to keep it in. It bounced off her foot and went out of play. Saravino with the throw-in. It got knocked out by Kira Collins. Pedro misfired, got a piece of it. And Piedo finally knocks it upfield. From long range, it got blocked out in front. Bodies go down. Salem lost it out of play. We're into the second half. No score. Classical and Salem. We mentioned Salem was trying to make it 2 in a row and sweep the series against Classical. They beat them 3-1 at Salem. Deflected out off Collins. Pedro was there to knock it out. Came loose out in front toward the net. Pedro got there and knocked it out of harm's way. They left it out in front, and they left it for Salem. Classical almost gave it away again. They misfired a couple of times, and it's finally cleared away. Salem had a couple of opportunities, couldn't get to the ball. Classical almost gave him a break. Salem keeping the pressure on, keeping it deep in the Classical end. Gertie looking for it, knocks it upfield. Gertie picks it off and knocks it deep upfield. Knocked back. Slipping in, misfiring the shot. Flaherty made the save. She held the post. Classical again. They misfired, trying to. It swung and missed at the ball, and there was Kaylee Amadeo again, getting a good hard shot off, but from a tough angle, Flaherty held the post and made the save. Flaherty's only a 9th grader. She's really played well. Mannion has it taken away. slips through. And it gets knocked out by Pedro. Sarian Diaz threw it in. Amadeo trying to center it. Blocked. Blocked again by Collins. Shot. Cleared away by Kebrew. Iorati looking for it. Dumps it ahead. She dumped it to the middle. McGaughey was breaking to the near side, so they couldn't connect with the pass. McGaughey takes it away. Trying to knock it deep, it got blocked. And we got a takedown. And that's going to give Classical a free kick from midfield. They took Collins down. Right from midfield. Kebrew's going to take the kick. Substitutions beforehand. Piedo goes out. Page is coming back. It was kick. Jordan looking for it. Winds up with it, taking down the far side. Salem took it away. Collins heads it back. Collins knocks it up. Salem was trying to let it go out of play. They kick it out, and that's going to give Classical a corner kick. And that bright sunshine is becoming a pain in the neck because it's shining right into the press box, and you can barely see out the window. Classical trying to walk in, throwing it in front, loose. Salem knocks it away. Pedro gets around, keeps it in, throws it down, threw it too far. I think they call Classical offside anyway. Bounces by everybody. Pedro knocks it up in the air, back the other way. Iorati looking for it. Battling. Giardi looking for it. And nice little shoulder snap. Giardi got a nice little bump. Angelica Rigo just gave a little shoulder nudge to Giardi and knocked her off the ball. Grittier, I should say. Salem will make a substitution. 10 minutes in to the second half. We're still scoreless. Salem Lady Witches, Classical Lady Rams. Classical try to clear it. Salem keeps it in. Down the near side. Grittier hustles, back checks and takes it away. Knocks it upfield, but hustling. Hannah Guthrie couldn't get to it. Cassandra Lapensi will take the throw in. Cleared away by Classical. From long range, dead center, but too high over the net and out of play. That was Cassandra O'Leary. Good solid kick. She's only a freshman. Hit it dead center of the net by Galandra, just enough to lift it over the net and out of play. Flaherty kicks it away. Bounces. And they're going to get, this time they're going to get Angelica Rigo for that little hip check on Molly Mannion. And from the 40-yard line, Kebrew's going to kick it away. McGaughey tried to tip it to the net. McGaughey walking in, takes the shot and scores. Kebrew knocked it the length of the field. McGaughey knocked it by the defense, went and got it, and just squeezed it inside the far post. Izzy McGaughey, I kid her all the time. I was coming up and I said, hey, McGafferty, McCarity. She said, it's McGaughey. I said, I know, I'm stuck with you and your brother, trying to pronounce names. So just over 27 minutes left in this one. Classical trying to earn a split with the Salem girls, and they finally break that 0-0 tie. McGaughey gives Classical a 1-0 lead, and we got a timeout down on the field. So Classical gets a little giddy up in their step as McGaughey gives them a 1-0 lead. And Salem now trying to get some pressure. That's really the first real shot. McGaughey had a breakaway, as we mentioned before, and the goaltender, Galante Barrett, took it away, coming way out of the net to force her to shoot it way wide. And that was a case of Kebrew knocked that free kick deep, and McGaughey just fought with a couple of defenders, pushed it by and went and got it, and just tucked it inside the near post. Galante Barrett might have got a little piece of it because it looked like it slowed down as it slipped inside that far post. So give Kebrew an assist and give McGaughey the goal and give Classical a 1-0 lead. But we got a lot of game left. Mannion tried to keep it in. Salem clears it out. Trying to walk in, the pass is just a little bit behind. Sophia Kapoglis, I think it looked like number 9, had a step on the defense. If that pass was out in front, she might have walked in, blocked nicely by Kebrew. They kick it to the near side. Gerdia looking for it. Mannion gives it back to Gerdia. Takes it to the middle, throws it upfield, skip past Iorati. Page knocks it deep. Iorati looking to go get it. Deflects off Salem. I think they called Iorati offside. That was a very late whistle. Gerdia picks it off. Lost it. Got bumped and knocked down. They haven't called a lot. They've let them play quite a bit. And it gets knocked out by Callahan. Both teams will make substitutions. And how they're saying, I guess, I don't know whether you can't throw it backwards, because they're calling it an infraction on the throw-in. Gertie threw it back to Pedro, and they blew the whistle right away, saying you can't do that, I guess. I thought you could, but I guess you can't. Tipping it to the middle. Pedro broke it up. Salem gets it back, trying to walk in. Pedro knocks it away. And couldn't keep it in. Salem will get a corner kick. Madison White couldn't get around Pedro. She had a nice little tip to knock it away, but then couldn't get it before it went out. It winds up off the side of the net, out of play. And Flaherty will get to kick it away. Sidney Livermore will try to get it to the middle. Off a couple of heads. Livermore again. It goes all the way through, but easy save for Flaherty. So got a good look at that one. Madison White, had that shot. Jordan with it. Pushes it upfield. McGuire hustles and keeps it in. Good hustle by Izzy. Still with it. And try to throw it in front and knocked it behind the net. Good hustle by McGuire. And she walks over to help. One of the Salem players went down trying to stop her. Izzy went over to help her up. Galante Barrett will kick it away. Jordan got a head on it. Mannion knocked it ahead. Mackenzie Shea couldn't get around. Salem's going to knock it out of play. Pedro to Mannion. Couldn't get a lot on it. Salem will kick it away and it will go out of play. And Olivia Pedro will take the throw in. And Mackenzie Shea knocks it ahead. Irati gets a deflection. Salem hustling. Irati takes it away. Popped up in front. Salem clears it. Coming down the near side. Lead pass to White. White puts it right through the wickets of Kebrew, and a nice job by Flaherty. What a nice play. Madison White just pushed it right through the legs of Kebrew, went around and got it, went around to try and get it, but Flaherty did a terrific job coming out of the net and scooped it up. White must have thought, I got it by Kebrew, I'm by her, I'm going to walk in all alone, I got a chance to tie it up. And when she turned and got around Kebrew, there was Flaherty scooping up the ball and kicking it away. So nice job by the young goaltender. Halfway through and counting this second half. Pieto kicks it away. Gertie on that far side had it deflect off her and out of play. Glasgow picked it off. They get it back. Salem takes it away. Collins battling. Gertie battling. Gertie had just picked the pocket, took it away, knocked it upfield, and they knock it deep. And it's a foot race. Irati trying to get there. Picked off by Magahi. Try to center it. Got by everybody, but Salem picked it up and cleared it away. Pieto knocks it upfield. Iorati knocks it loose. She's walking in alone. Takes the shot. Nice save. Galante Barrett. Great effort by Iorati. Pushed it through a couple of defenders. Walked in. And tried to go up under the top crossbar. And Galante Barrett made the save. Pedro knocks it high in the air. Jordan trying to knock it deep, knocked it too far out of bounds on the near side. Pedro banged it out. Banged it off Stella Rowley. Glasgow will make a substitution. White knocking it deep. Gerdia breaks it up. She's played really well. Tip and knocked away by Page. Nice pick. And Klausler's going to get called for a takedown. I think Gerdia wound up tied up on the other side. Incidental trip. Salem will get the free kick. House will sense up that picket fence. They knock it to the net. Flaherty is there to get it, knock it down, scoop up the rebound, and boots it away. Iorati takes it away. Knocks it deep. Salem will knock it out of play. Iorati and Mackenzie Shea breaking. Salem had to knock it away. Mackenzie Shea will take the throw-in. She's a good little infielder in softball. Blocked and knocked away. Pieto knocks it back the other way. High, bouncing, and going up in the air. Galante Barrett grabbed it right in front of McGuire. He's sitting right in her lap, looking for a loose ball. Nice pick. Pedro got a foot on it, blocked it. To the near side, and it goes by. They threw it too far ahead of Rowley. 15 minutes and counting left in this one. Classical winning it 1-0. Mackenzie Shea battling and winds up getting knocked out by Rowley. McGuire trying to get by. Splits 3 defenders, takes it away, still battling, and it finally gets knocked out by Sydney Livermore. Good hard work by McGuire, going around, through, and between 2 or 3 defenders. Glasgow will get a corner kick. Pedro will take it from the near side. Out in front, loose. Iorati couldn't get a foot on it. Salem clears it away. Salem knocks it deep. Kebrew is back there. Pedro with it. Deflected off Kebrew. And then Kebrew kicks it out of play. And sun has gone down. Which probably makes it that much colder. So we've got just over 13 minutes left in this one. Classical trying to get a split with Salem. They lost that. Salem trying to beat them here. They're 13 minutes away on McGaughy's goal. Classical leads Salem 1-0 with the timeout. Salem's going to knock it, slicing it off Rowley's foot. It went wide left and out of play. Trying to tip it ahead. Mannion deflected. McGaughy gets it back. Nice little shift. Trying to knock it deep. Salem breaks it up. Coming down the near side. Pass. Walking in the shot. Flaherty just got a piece of it. And a great job by Classical to keep the ball in play. That ball might have gone inside the far post. And Flaherty just got a piece of it. And now it gets deflected off of Salem, off a Classical player, right to the net. Flaherty makes another big-time save. Again, good job by the young freshman goaltender. Just got like a fingernail on that. Piedo knocks it back the other way. I'm trying to get the number. She's way over the other side of the Classical player that Flaherty got a piece that was going out. Salem was going to get a corner kick. And Classical hustled. And I believe it was Amanda Tucker, another freshman. Hustled, kept the ball in bounds, and didn't give Salem a corner kick. Salem knocks it out of play. Classical makes a substitution. And Salem knocks it out again. Page will take the throw in. Out again off Salem, so they're progressing down the field with the throw-ins right in front of the Salem bench. Popped up again. Mannion ran in and got a piece of it.
I came up through the elevator. Yeah, we gotta go get it.
Grittier has it knocked away. Pedro with it. Pedro knocks it out of play. 10 minutes and counting left in this one. Classical leading 1-0. Rowley will get the throw in. Salem will make a substitution. Knocked deep. Tipped away by Kebrew. Mannion collects and knocks it deep. and knocks it out. We mentioned before, Glasgow with their new shirts, their pink socks, sponsoring, recognizing Cancer Awareness Month. Mannion battling. It gets deflected to the middle. Salem collects. And nice back checking from behind. I think that was Mary Collins. And it goes out off Salem. Hirati tips it. McGaughey collects it. Broken up. Mannion pops it up. Rowley looking for it. Hirati knocks it deep. Salem was going to let it go. McGaughey forces him to play it. Good hustle by Izzy McGaughey. It rolled upfield. And Sarah Veno just said, I'll let it roll. It'll go out of play. All of a sudden, she turned around. Here comes McGaughey chasing her. And she had to knock it out. Good hustle by Izzy McGaughey. And it gives Classical a throw-in down deep. Gerdia takes it. Blocked by Hirati. Gerdia trying to throw it in front. It goes off the side of the net, out of play. Jordan picked off the kick. Collins hustling, looking for it.
Off the volleyball now. Gotta go to volleyball.
Salem trying to knock it deep. Keebler was there to knock it away and knock it out. 7 minutes and counting in this one. Mannion gets there and knocks it out. Boy, she's a workaholic. She doesn't stop. That got broken up by Collins. Salem trying to keep it in the classical end. Slips through off the side of the foot. Salem keeping the pressure on. Mannion just bowling over people. Knocked it out of play. Nice job by McGaughey again. They grabbed her by the hand. Hirati bangs it out. Bangs it off Vino. Gertie will take the throw in as Classical makes a substitution. Kathleen Mannion's going to get a well-deserved rest. McGaughey trying to pump it upfield. Loose. Bodies coming together. Pedro pops it straight up in the air. It bounces off Salem toward the net. Jordan takes it away. McGaughey tried to lead Hirati. She pushed it a little too far to the near sideline. And then Rowley knocked it out of play. 5 minutes and counting left in this one. Classical leading Salem 1-0. And Salem couldn't keep it in. Pass went by McGaughey. Pedro trying to break it up. And she banged it out off Salem. off Callahan. Collins looking for it, heads it away. Gets a piece of it again, knocks it to the net. It's going to go to the side of the net. Galante Barrett will have to kick it away. Off Collins' head, back upfield. Pedro knocking it back the other way. Gerdia tips it ahead. They call Iarati offside. 4 minutes and counting left in this one. They bang it off. Gerdia out of play. Popped in the air. Gerdia pops it to the middle. Iarati hit somebody in the hand, I think, when it bounced up. Salem will get the free kick. Salem's got to get a little giddy up in their step. 3 minutes left. They're trailing 1-0. Casati O'Leary with the free kick. Kick from long range is going to go wide right and out of play. Final 2 minutes and counting. Glasgow holding on to a 1-0 lead. Flaherty will kick it away. Page knocked it out. Salem trying to hurry. Getting around. Getting around again. Trying to throw it in front. Flaherty made the save. Nice job. That's a couple of really nice saves. They threw it out in front. They one-timed it. Looking to send it in the near post. Flaherty slid and made the save. She's done an outstanding job in net. Bounces back to the Salem end, and that's where they want it. Trying to knock it even further was Guthrie. It got blocked. Salem trying to get it back. Time winding down here. And Salem will knock it out of play. Glasgow will get the throw in. Pieto knocks it upfield, gets headed further by Klaskell. Jordan knocked it loose. And Klaskell knocks it into the Salem bench area, but they got it upfield where they want it. Klaskell knocks it upfield. From long range, deflected. They'll let it go to Flaherty. She'll grab it and hold on. She'll kick it away. Headed by Collins, deep, knocked deeper. Iarati's played very well. Salem gets there and knocks it out, and Klassel got what they want. They've got it deep in the Salem end with time winding down, leading 1-0. Collins popped it again, knocked it off Salem again. Can't be a lot of time left. Iarati looking for it. Gets bumped off the play and they're going to call it. Angelica Rigo gave a little hip check to Iarati. She walked away rather than listen to the official. And we're going to get from the 10-yard line, Classical, Iarati's going to take it, a free kick. Salem sets up that picket fence. Not an easy shot. She's got to get it over the picket fence, under the crossbar. She drills it over the crossbar. Nice try by Iarati. Didn't miss by much. You'd rather have that kick from further out. Headed back, they blow the whistle, and Classical is going to get their split. Salem beat them at Salem. All the controversy that started the game, all by the boards now. The officials can now go home and not worry about anybody getting hurt. The game is history. Izzy McGaughy on a long free kick from Chloe Kebrew. She split a couple of defenders, took the ball with her, walked in, and just tucked it inside the far post. Might have tipped it off the goaltender, but inside the far post for the only goal of the game, and that's all they needed. Anna Flaherty in net was outstanding, made 3 or 4 really, really nice saves and helped put this one in the books. Classical will get 3 points closer to a state tournament berth. Salem will have to wait till at least their next game before they get the 2 points that they need. And after beating Classical at Salem 3-1, Classical returns the favor and beats Salem here 1-0. So the final score, I think Classical on Izzy McGaughy's goal in the second half, defeating Salem. Classical's going to go to 7-4-1. Salem will go to 7-5-2. 1-0. Classical over Salem. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm Don Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.